Come with me. There's a place I go when I want to be alone.
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children is essentially Tim Burton's X-Men, but is about a boy named Jake who's like average boy or whatever. His grandfather used to tell him stories of a home who had a headmaster named Miss Peregrine, well, it was a house for peculiar children, or peculiars as they call them, who have special powers like mutants from X-Men. I don't know, just that parallel man. But yeah, he eventually finds a time loop and goes back to 1943 and meets these peculiars and Miss Peregrine, and they go on an adventure and have a mystery. And that's essentially how I'm going to explain the plot. So, I like this movie. Just simple as that. I enjoyed the movie. I didn't think it was great. I think it has problems. Ace of Butterfield, I liked the movie, but his character, there isn't too much to him besides the dynamic between him and his grandfather, and or at least that's alluded to a lot. It isn't really shown too much. But that, and he asks questions nonstop, and that's essentially all his character is for this movie. But it was functional in the role. I thought it was fine. But for the rest of them, I thought Eva Green was good in the movie. I thought all these other kids were good. I'm not gonna name everyone, but yeah, I thought they're all solid. I like the Peculiars. I like this group of kids he meets. They're all interesting. I like seeing their powers. I like the mystery they go on, or the adventure more or less. I liked being swept up into a different world. That was nice. I like that. The movie does the movie does this very well. I think Tim Burton does a very good job with it. It gets a little silly at points. I will say that. Will say that much. It isn't flawless at all. It's got problems. But I mean, it's solid. It's a solid movie. Trying to think of all the rest of my problems. Yeah, as I said, yeah, Ace Butterfield, not the best protagonist in this movie. I liked him in the movie. It just his character wasn't that great. It's predictable. I mean, I kind of see where a lot of it was going, but I'm not gonna fault it entirely for that. I mean, it's perfectly fine adventure. As I said, it does get a little silly at times. And sometimes it wants to ride that line of being a kids movie, and then sometimes it wants to ride that line of being like a teenage movie. It's very confused in its tone it wants to go for every once in a while. But overall, it's a solid movie. I don't think it's great or anything. I'll give it a B minus. It's solid. That's really all. My next video will be for The Exorcist and Star Wars Rebels. I'll make those videos later. Or actually, I'll make Exorcist right now. That'll be up later though. But yeah, so that's my review for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So peace.